Hello and welcome to another exercise software masterclass. In this video, we're going to show you how to optimize your use of the search functionality in order to save yourself some time. So let's start with the global search, which is at the top here. Okay, the tip for all our search is really in the text that's in the field. And here it says search for clients, programs, or exercises. So this search field, along with the program search and also the client search, is restricted to one of these things, not all three. So an example here, I'm going to look for a client, and I'm just going to type their full name, Mary Smith, and you'll see what's returned is the client Mary Smith. There's another client here for Smith and anything that relates to a Smith. So it's kind of like a fuzzy match. But the client Mary Smith is at the top of the search. If I click that, it'll take you straight through to the client profile. In another example of searching by client name, I'll search for a surname. And you can see here, Kennedy with an A returns no results. And that's because it's incorrectly spelled. If I spell it correctly, then the client, Jack Kennedy, will be returned. Okay, if, for instance, I wanted to search for an exercise here, I want to search for a squat, any of the exercises with squat in the name will be returned, and I can find that. If I wanted to be more specific about the squat, I need to be more specific with the name, but it needs to exactly match the name. So I search for split squat, and I can see any of the split squat options are returned at the top of the search. Okay, so use this one here. Use this one here and just be precise about the client, program, or exercise you're adding. And please don't use any commas in this field. Okay. The program search is also very similar. So here you can use the program or the client name. So again, for example, I'll use Kennedy, and it returns any programs here where the client is in fact Jack Kennedy. Okay, and similar for strength programs. If I wanted to just search for strength, it'll return any program with strength in the title. If I wanted to be more specific, and I know this is actual name of a strength program, then 3-day strength, again, will be returned here. But again, there's no need to use any commas in this field. You just must exactly match the program name or the client name. Okay, client search, it says here just search for clients, and it's exactly that. So it's just use the full or part name of the client and you will return the correct result. Again, no commas necessary. Okay, that's one type of search. The other type of search that we have running on exercise software is where we're searching for exercises, and this is the same in the create program screen in this search section here. And it's also the same in the exercises section, in the exercises tab, which is right here. And in this section, again, in the text, you can search for exercises by name, classifications, or equipment. And here we actually use a comma to separate the search terms. So again, if I know the exercise that I'm after, I can just simply start typing split squat. Okay, but I can also refine further here, and I can use my commas to separate it. So if I want something that's using a barbell, I can use the whole term, a barbell, or I can actually use part of the term and it will still return the right thing. So here we're using commas to separate, but we're also using part of the word in order to get to the result. Okay. So as another example here, if I use lunge and I use ball, it will return any results that reference both the lunge and the ball. Okay, so here you can see that although the image is a plate, it's actually using the word ball from the search terms here. Okay. Another example here, if I'm looking for strength exercises, for the chest using a bar, again, it will return the results here. Just going to switch my view to the tile view and you can see the images. Okay, if I wanted strength exercises using a dumbbell, again, you will see a similar set of results. Okay, and the terms this is referencing, the giveaway here is in exercises by name, classification, or equipment. So the good way to explore this is open an exercise. Here I'm actually going to duplicate an exercise. Okay, and now you can see the exact terms that are being used here. So anything in the exercise name anything in the classification, so any of these terms here, anything that's a body part or a muscle group, okay, as well as any equipment or these keywords at the bottom here will be returned in a search. So you can see here, one of the keywords is a monster, is not a monster, but is monster. For some people refer to this exercise as monster walks. So if I go back to my search and I want to search for the term monster, it returns these exercises. Okay, so you do have the ability to customize these keywords, but when you understand where these terms come from, it becomes a lot easier to write those, to search for those exercises. So example here, understanding that rehab, stability, and proprioception are options here. I'm going to go back to the search, and now I'm going to go show me stability exercises using a ball for the ankle. Okay, and now I've got two options that have been returned. If I don't want to use ball and I just want to show me stability exercises for the ankle, I'll see a whole lot of proprioception and stability exercises. If I don't use the word stability and I want to use proprioception exercises for the ankle, again, you'll see a whole lot of search results here. If I wanted to do the same thing for the shoulder, again, I see a whole lot of examples here. So understand where the terms come from by exploring some of the exercises. Use comma separation in these exercises. When you're searching for exercises, use part word. Otherwise, as we explained in the front of the video, use the whole term and no commas to separate when using the global search, the programs, or the clients. Okay, hope that helps. We'll see you in the next video.